So the next thing I want to talk about is that your advice to your patient is going to depend a lot on the type of labral pathology. Okay. So one of the most common ones you'll see is a SLAP tear, right? So if someone has a SLAP tear, let me bring back my props for you. So I have my shoulder joint right here. So the biceps is going to be right in the front portion of the humerus right here. Sorry if you can't hear me. I'm kind of blocking my voice with my scapula. So your biceps and the long head of the biceps, so a certain portion of the biceps comes up and attaches on the top side of the joint here, right, onto your labrum. So if you didn't know about this, your bicep, the long head of the biceps, attaches directly to the labrum. You SLAP tear, and there's a bunch of different types. I'm not going to go into all of these, and to be honest, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head. In a SLAP tear, you either have a tear of the biceps tendon itself or the labrum, the superior portion of the labrum where it attaches to. Okay. Now, what's kind of nice about SLAP tears is that they're generally stable, which means that the labrum is responsible for providing extra stability of the joint. Okay. It's this ring that goes around the glenoid of the ball and socket joint, the socket portion, and provides additional stability. So once you start tearing your labrum, you start to lose some of that stability, in theory. So what happens in a SLAP tear is that you tear the top part of the labrum, right? Or part of the bicep or both, right? And then this is generally pretty stable. So when someone that has a SLAP tear, I'm not too concerned about specific positions and having a dislocation or a subluxation event, okay? That generally does not happen. But you still have to respect the area. So if you have someone that has a SLAP tear, then generally we go out in the gym, we just try all of the basic strength training movements. So we try some sort of bench press, some sort of overhead press, some sort of row, some sort of pull-up exercise. And we basically modify the things that are especially painful, and the things that aren't painful, we don't worry about. Okay. These folks are typically a little more painful at end range. Some of those have pain when you end up activating the bicep. So something like a pull-up can be particularly challenging because you're activating the bicep, right, at end range here. And that can be a little provocative if someone does have a tear in the SLAP area. But otherwise, I'm not too concerned about modifying things unless there's a substantial degree of pain. So here's what I want you to do next, guys. If you enjoyed this video so far, I have an entire course. It's free. It's called the Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. And we go over 3 lessons going to help you take a lot of this information that we went over so far and put it into practice. The first lecture is called Why We Need a Better System. So first and foremost, the way we treat fitness individuals, all right, athletic people in the gym from a physical therapy perspective is pretty much broke, okay? So we need a better system to serve the folks that are in the gym that get hurt, they want to get back to training, all right? Lecture number 2 is called 7 Reasons Why People Get Hurt in the Gym. And essentially, we have to know the reasons why people get hurt in the gym so we can keep them safe in the future, right? And when they get hurt, we have to know why and how to get them back to training in the gym. Okay, so a thorough understanding of this is very, very important. I actually have a really cool infographic that goes along with this lecture that you get for free as well. And lastly, we go over a case study of how to get someone out of pain and back to training. So these principles are all phenomenal, but we don't actually put it together and you don't understand how to create a program to get people back in the gym and keep them safe for the long term, then we lose, right? So I'll put a link in the show notes for this. It's a Fitness Pain-Free Mini Course. Definitely check this out.